94.7 Asempa FM Sony Ekosiisen Jumedi no Asugusua utie no. There are some few birthday wishes and some messages that was a meshana mede etwa moso. For example, Mike Jemfi say Nana Boache, chairman of Tema West Constituency NPP, Edina Woda, and Mike Jan, and anyway, but to you, Chairman Nana Boache, or say happy birthday to you. The struggle to take control of the NDC has begun in earnest. The destructive schemers are pretending to be innocent and playing on the keyboards of the emotions of supporters. The populism stance is at its peak, and the NDC is the victim. Haruna Muntaka-led leadership will prevail over this coup d'etat. Farouk in Tema, Edie, Aode, Abba, and Farouk, thank you. We say it's Jesse Boakon's birthday today. Happy birthday to Jesse Boakon. We free say Obama Honaba. And he says, thank you so much, Anita De-Soso, for your boldness and frankness this afternoon on the incompetence and ineptitude of the current NDC executives and MPs. They have let your party down. How could the NDC have lost to the NPP by over 500,000 votes when in fact they should have lost by over 2 million votes? Brigadier General Anita, you are speaking the voice of the grassroots, except that the fire is too low. Intensify it to the fullest. Fire them all, for the NPP enjoys it. Be prepared to live in opposition for the next 16 years. NDC, a yuzu, a confusion, nkwa. Ma yentoa so na yenko ahomane so. Ubekaya, Anita De-Soso kasa no obo national executives no mienu edin. Obo the National Women's Organizer, Dr. Hannah Louisa Bisiu Edin, and obo the Deputy National Organizer, Chief Biney Nixon Hamilton, and so Edin. Miyenin komo Chief Biney akwaba na apom teden. Fantastic. Na mete fote won catcher. Bibi aboko.
Oh, Yankupon Adum, Bibia, Daddy. Now, what's what?
Yaminadum, Kakran Kakra. Ye Pimso, Kakran Kakra.
Asempa, I won't know what you know, watch your desk, so I'm para. Ghana hired me to 100 Abra. One year, Rambo, Morocco, to be our Obama, Aswat.
Fantastic.
Ghana Manda on us.
I am sure that was it. That's a papa. Now, any your friend one, and your bonnet, your name more former Women's Organizer, former first vice chair, Anita De-Soso Edi Nkomo, Nana Obo party mpenyephobia omodi party for hwambo. Unfortunately, wouldn't ever be PM. Ojene saying,
Obi medase, Odikan Maminchi, I won't wait for you. Na mekasa wo kase fridu ana kase fridia do o mai mhacha da mintinda amaba we fridu bidin chia kase anemu ye hom but the do na medama opeyina udi party no ma ye ko kase na party for we dey mo baby ara obi phone calls na menya horo. In fact we free bia me say on Asempa so hebi wo menyi mintina American kana de kakra tinda di mantuma amado the focus be a main there. My former vice chairperson, where Madam Anita De-Soso, when you drink Komobina or home kaka away field. Some say there be if we can sort today, the other move on Abu na when you want Casa, Nami Bisa. Aba some potty na or the two guap, Nami another one.
More came basically there at the time and a party for him, there was sorry age na ye campaign. You rather chose to go and marry into your cockaway, and after our no, one said I win whom, and said I knew Juma or Danke, my party, no papa.
I see. Obi no medawa CP. I am a system. Was under Madam Anita De-Soso, visit Nenu Fie, or you'll be an itimuna, ne baby a road fu, gwen wafu, gwen, Zidanka. I send you today in Obaka. Or the name of two form now, Asempa FM. Obi Aqua Kudin, I do more dear. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Naro da in Fonida, Yakot London. It be sana, maybe more betting Juma, or do who then me Juman. Minity and Minity Improvement on Asempa FM. Now, as a deputy national organizer, Mami Zuwa, a vice chairperson that day. The party in Kukua with no experience or party name. And your order now to form now, Ote, and said being some man paying food now was that to back. No who baby movie. But obey how can that more worry in tea on whom now or your turn, who know the can Obi. Party constitution, our crime over in Confed, who now said Bicafra. And so my agent, American was under Abutavian Queen. Say Obi Wara. Party in Arabia and you watch it over in the film. Obi Wara and Arabia and you watch it, then you put on year party, Juma. Now, Obi, and the Parliament, our bar, no one some bar, Yekon. You will be to map, papa, or your region, or your central, and now western. Many see the May Juma. The moon, you won't pay you, so I want to wait that. Yeah, the boy, Madame Kunjina, and the no. You to why you there. You were 137 or Parliament. The moon pay you for so how to work a bit. And it's all but you know if you do get a man, Juma, or Mara, I imagine there. If you them, I fear I will me out. Ofia fi no record. Me think it on kakra we fidu. Na nsem o record no so much imagine. It obi bogu fanne e on the party ni baby ma we dun. Ye won confuse so ha I will beat Anita De-Soso post na worry. Enti onyim na baby ma we do is wo back kaka nsama on a grassroots wo baka do yes ono na wa ka na adwen. That means you obey your position or bottom. Bonya wote post no worry am brain so. No akaka na asem say nti obotu wa ye dwuma papa se no bi. Na watu abawa dama. Obi afo lada na abe vice chairperson di. Wonye party wa komado. Na mbejina efido. Sebi oba penyin na otedam na nkasa trada na nko na ngu obi ne hofi. Nti obi sedam no kenza na ono na asem no bogu. John Dramani Mahama na nkasa oye na campaign no tell for hindrance. Baby odo onyimishie. Na obi say campaign wonye no picture another on yema wo post oya da ma no share His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Ahorba oya da ma no share National Chairman Ahorba oya da ma no share General Secretary Ahorba na mpempendra we do no so no nyi do kasa dem because teams na ye di ejuma na kasa ye kofom ni ye ejuma en won social media abefo na media for one Ahorba wo dey cameras is in put our di ejuma
yes
and he say ejuma na wo ye no obande twa na say the human atuba only say they say when you know wa boman and now why you video. I mean, if they don't have anything to say, they should shut up. Baby, a party need room. We hear the critical analysis, serious reasoning. I analyzing them how come the money in any part of the him be able to be able to do on him. A bad no bent in to me and conquer in him. A bad in that ye a madama. Them a coward today, our body a party, yeba, ye to me, ye them power now, ye the boss of Ghana man or man wire. These are the things we should be thinking about. And if it should come from anybody, like when you be an arm constituency be away Kufia, on for party in Kodusu or Casa, but somebody I to my for party I call vice chairperson. If I some Waba, and I said be a banana, Bantina, I warranty 1 year, you mamma, the whole party. Why am I still in the party? She should give us a break. If she wants to contest elections, she should wait. Time so ana woko. Because this time around, no be aren't now Mobian Kakan who be no fanundi in the name of party. And Kasa ye na and far was a man to ya. Yababa Kasa me who ne sebi party yen or ye sebia a Jumaria order do uti mesuko me who miss my Bakasa and my mouth was waiting.
I referred her to pictures of a health walk na day in second day takrade na da Ekobi and that's where she made the point say enye picture sem na yeka but
even if you talk about health walk na do partner chere as much as oye ejuma ni po na mi po di mu ndo ye ejuma obi ye mu bi aye ejuma ye use yen adwen ye use yen bold decisions yes exercise the discretion one madam discretions why you fruitful now one of these days no go pay studio the men say ni nyina no me de botugwa e ma won a we tey ni nyina no we tey na onam there internet on dey akorinti e koso na ekeji dem abe for free nature Ejuma be also do be a party Ejuma no kada wo yen. Ye wo kwampia wo fada wo die. That would be if we all want to talk like the way she's talking now. Chapati no bobo fom. Because obi enyo Ejuma only challenges. People have challenges, genuine challenges. If they want to talk about it, I'm fine go see baby papa. And with the experience na say be penyin baby ma wenyin we go dwen go dun. I expect her there. Ninja maybe or na mon bi o to bia no. In as much as we feed or bo party obo hwe na wadwen ho ye na waka sama asama onka fan to ton na basa basa ye on fan bo say na party ni ye no freedom of association obi am obi fan ye lose election na ye rekwan ye ba fado aye baba. This is not the approach. At least with the experience or one, I don't expect it. I respect her pa. Now for her to come and sit there and talk about my private life, is she the one to show me who to marry? And I'm comparing more nana. I don't know when you are Jimo. What is the meaning of all this?
But Anuntino, she has called for early Congress, so say Munko Tuaban Temena executives and more Mohamedano Muni or Munsi baby in Fafo.
Oh no, she has reason to offend them. A vice chairperson. Early Congress, people can call. That is okay. The purpose of calling for early Congress, only the fact that party, political party, Obi, what are we there for? Apart from seeking political power to govern this country. That is all. We are not sebi offending NGO be a
Ekosiisen
and it's all call for early Congress. More do we need a Congress no call and yakoni kayim penifua and penifuna okwa koyejuman or yimpan okwa koyejuma. And it's all big pon efi the why bibi and adamadina why and one more. Ehwe kwana eba fado eba kan oboto asum. Emo bi onye ndisi nyin party na ye na akono. Obi say party funkutin will win election and Kaminyoka say you were Flagstaff House. This is about time all day. Yenyinara ye dwene hwekan. Na ye yenzema ye measured. Na ye di ofenejidi ye di she party say be nim penyifo awe yi hom. Na ye wasem bi aye pede ye kana odin sisaba ye hwekwa ebo tumi akado madam asem na odin sisaba. Onye macho sem. That's not the way we run a party, especially be our vice chairperson of the party. Why? She can go to the party headquarters and address any pedo address. And if he wants to do critical analysis of elections now, she's allowed to do so. And if she wants to call for certain legitimate in the maybe there, leadership should let them know. She's allowed to do so. But for you to come and say they'll be in the way, but does she know the structure in which you have to call election in? Does he know the issues on people's mind that they will also want to talk about, but because of party, they can't continue. They are not talking about. Is she aware? Has she asked Kwana Yefa Duye Juma? Has he asked there about Ron what the man on ye and to my ye bofum no ye we be sa baby mammy many share them me Juma that party. Manka Sami bring Moji me the Juman. Will be there results. And I am proud of myself. It is not about no better now me BBJ please. No. But one kasa within yourself and say Juma da mo party na party ne di kunyimu or kwanbida. You yourself, you pride yourself because you made Juma. And Anita De-Soso only the non-copy so bolobi no because in one hour for money and you want Juma. They know the work we have done. They know the work we have done. And if she doesn't appreciate, the people will appreciate.
And that is the western and the central regions. In the central region, no, you want some seater NPP for G3 in the western region, there were some seater Mutimi, Irini, Mwadia Bag, Jomoro, Evaluate Jura, you maintain the Lembele, and those were the two regions Uye Juma or Hopper from what you are saying.
Obi, Abaya to a campaign launch party, Ami, Dr. Sapon. Dr. Carl Ahin, Kwekubu Ahin, but the end to Western and Central region. Central region, John Dramani Mamani's speech, he had the launch campaign. Western and Central, Dr. Sapon, no purpose of the gathering. Speech in a Kaka or the Editugua, man, a mididam, a human Makani Meditugua, ma party mpanyinfo wɔte adza papa no pede onye party mpanyinfo ya ka bo ma ye pede ye mudu tugwa ma mpanyinfo tei. Apart from that, a kwana yaba fado any regional executive bedinka frɛ Nana Toku Western Region. It's a regional chairman and an nkrofo na anamona ye tu ye ko ye ba ye ni wodi. And then I say no over na menvi. Frɛ MP no bisa. Frɛ MP no bisa. Challenge okodo. In fact, nipa ko e kotna ho menye me colleague Root Sedo, Deputy National
Youth Organizer, yeah.
We have to take a decision that look, Root, as much as the party is calling there, we should go and run the election. Looking at the situation and what the constituency executives are saying and how they are threatening to all resign, the best thing for us to do is to allow the former MCE to go and run because he is the person that will be arbitering. Today, as we speak, he is the MP. I was even called a traitor for taking that decision. I know less a person. I was called a traitor. Today, the guy is in parliament. Yeah, can 137 I told the whole world the central region of Bedan. If you want to to me, I have one year to pay up one dana. A coffee another Danko Doka factory. Moko up and down American 17. I mean, Anita De-Soso American 17 in Miriam Aware no Gambia and I know Ghana Kruma. I mean, let's stop this child play and let serious minds prevail. I'll find time and visit you in your studios.
Chief,
soon.
Mate, my Nase, you better sweat in Komobio. Why?
God bless you.
Medasi, Chief Biney, any attending Kano, Deputy National Organizer of the NDC. Ekosiisen in higher Sempa FM. Obi, what's happening in the NDC is nothing new. We saw worse than this post 2000 elections, but we came out stronger to win 2008 elections. We shall surely overcome this turbulence. But let me also use your platform to admonish all party faithfuls to remain resolute behind leadership of the party. 2024 is a done deal. Kojo Dankwa is a member of the NDC National Communications Team. Pozo Ewo Ahanta West Ose Obi Anita De-Soso pa I love that your national executives marrying interview penny here. You and Anita are too much. Pozo no anyway, but Pozo, thank you for your message. Let me see the other ones we have here. Now Ian Twaso, a belated happy birthday to you, Mr. Joseph Amankwa, CEO of God is All You Need Company Limited. Hey. God is All You Need Company Limited. Mr. Joseph Amankwa, you. Producers of unique foods. Yesterday was your birthday. Belated happy birthday to you. Ekosiisen was Sempa 94.7 FM. Ma yankwa homano so and still talking of the NDC. But before that, no, Samuel Ablodepe says, good afternoon. I'll be listening to my brother and comrade, Deputy National Organizer of the NDC, Chief Hamilton Nixon Biney on Asempa FM. You made a lot of sense, brother. Cadres will come and go, but the revolution has come to stay. Early Congress is imminent, and this time, delegates have to vote for competence, experience, and the capability to help catapult the great NDC to greater heights again. Thank you, Samuel Ablodepe, and on the way, Abba. Obi, did I hear Sobolo? I sell some. Anita can see me for a bottle for free. So, Obama, you are crazy. Solomon Nkansa, a former communications officer at the NDC. Solo, Akwaba na pom to say.
Obi, Major Do now so today.
Yamena dum bibi aboko. Yamena dum bibi aboko. Na Western region boko bia.
Western boko. Ghana nyina boko.
Yeda nyame ase.
NDC party numu ye boko, but we are building koma all kodono. Mejemi di there say menyo kasa kwanza na Andy na one Chief Biney aka menje ndi da obakasa.
Ekosiisen on
party biala odi nkugu a te de car wa kwa accident. Car kwa accident na say accident no obi bepra anhwe mpo na obi ewu anhwe na obi car accident no kosi brenyi friend why traumatized because ebuwa most adini see no abonu hu into obehia de wonye ne bakasa wonye be de nti NDC fo a NDC da ya akomado no onye da mabili na ye batenten yensa de eyi na oma ye di nkugu na eyi na wanye day na eyi na wanye day anti obi sesi ala ma okodo we NDC ni mu no oye wa ye de the very place our Chief Biney Filiba national executive no wa gudu wa try there wani party chitafu bakasa na mom baby other kasa ni fiba no I want to watch one as a kakra because obi asori we NDC also na grassroots funo ebusia biala mbofoma ana wachire mpanyimfo kwa no de mebusia no ntumpon obi atata
Miteo pa
grassroots funo what leadership anti say grassroots full feed there or the way you dey na leadership betre grassroots there dabi meka no ye ndema onye ye nti mawaye na anyina grassroots wo beti ensam na ase because oyo obi a party edinkugu wa kumsi wa akobro obi wa akotwe etul nti na asem there parliament want to abanfentia no ekomblemu so a wo parliament no what to abetia na one NDC ni mbesha hawa kumsi na name but that to abetia na NDC fu ni bisu baye obenye ni jede o NDC fu to abetia na asro there work committee level committee was our kumsi yan call final wajina ba plenary wa to aba abato no wanko ya it's them bo parliament leadership sombo when or your parliamentarians or to aba no nye leadership no to aba obi anamwa bi
yeah so no Miteo pa
I'm body did them comment.
Yeah. Sir, MPs news leadership news so are MPs in the base yen to about no so beto bi.
Condemn MPs in the MPs anyade. Sir, e condemn leadership no abeye there. Obi no ma abotrim pour there one per leadership. Because at the committee level in Kofa NDC for was there one sem fatano. Wabroku wande wadwombo kono akoto wodo aba but I mean me radio do na muso munfa nchini ngum na nkwano nchini nchum but dia make atre NDC for titu inyemu a ya di bano da inyemu a ye free the party no hunyan no nsema oroko kodo wo fom no mama yamfa mba radio do a yeso ye ba ye baba try there ye be tim because Obi says, down on bits 1,000 signatures for John Mama to come back. Nebunusa saw the cadence for accountability. The Minyamalu Kodunara, Yanyama, party mba out. Mbama Quantre there. NDC, Yendu flag barraship race. NDC, Yendu internal contest. Into Bibiala Yebon the early and Yama towards contest no asutwa odawo mauni na wa ma woma wori ye no so a wo hu that you obeka kagina branch election wo the boy ho no na we gai because aye abofobale yade na se wotia na ochina onye sesiala se hwa nsema Anita bekan ya na nchonye de oka because pani ye ya wase ye do yan wa ye ndi achin wo yi leadership no wo be yi leadership a mpocho asempa awoye NDC officer Obi
Tabi obviously not
fantastic NDC your constitution your baby your for complaints and grievance committee inti wo akitesi say wo problem a throw letter for come complaints and grievance committee there who in there Parliament leadership one jumedi on Sweeney into 1 to 1 now sa question did the moon common or kukuma. What ma omba pado no back on by and there, and this year didn't kugu in your margin. Mind you, Jayali Yanala, Yalaboa MP before, Emma was the one I crobble. Asma, what gather Asma about NDC for 2024 to fire us. Now, what can I no yad Anita De-Soso no kaya. No nye Chief Biney no kaya. No nye Solo no kaya. As anunsoa, nanchiye na ye din ni ya chenchendo. Masa, I am telling NDC leadership. Chena chibe no kaya. When things fall apart, the center cannot hold. But we have not reached there. Because in Parliament, we have a competent leadership in Parliament. What is missing is coordination. Party, Parliament, and then leading members. They be allowed the main triangle no oyejuma na information flow so oyejuma. What I want to put out to every NDC member there. Say ya ade anya pa ye mba power da. Say ya NDC fo. Ya ade anya NDC fo ya pa. Ye mba power. Or dey ya ade Ghana fo pe. Now, if I want to tell you there, share the performance of Haruna Drisu on the floor of Parliament. Now, NDC Haruna Drisu is incompetent. You are creating problem for future progress of NDC. Actually, the performance of Muntaka, even on the day of Babin's victory, Ghana fully celebrate the Munkofi. Now, the NDC, now NDC for Sierra and the action on Wabora. Now, for floating voter community. No, what about NDC then? Abajinabu na NDC yakojine. Idiom, your party ma, on your assembly or the party member car. Ye din assembly obika or the mo kono kapachao. Apachawa, now when you be obeno. And also, what's akoye wa mo apacho to say mo kodi wan koye. Obi, NDC fu yankan with them. We have party structures, and we cannot solve party problems on radio. At least you go to radio to send messages of hope and assurances. That will satisfy the party support base. You don't go to radio to condemn, accuse, and then apportion blames. Mama is NDC. Baby, I no. Nyankopon, it being sida who Ghana abokosion from Nkrumah brother about there. Opposition and government, Parliament wa pie. Opposition member, no your Speaker of Parliament, giving NDC one leg in power. Now, even that leg, we are cutting it. NDC was a platform. It's a much tough work of Parliament saying, oh, yeah. Why? Because nobody has come out to say you can't speak that against the Speaker. I don't answer, General Secretary. Okay, Kakadu Kodu, baby. But I want to encourage the NDC leadership there. This is the time to sanitize the party. Lest we suffer the future consequences. Onye, Chief Biney, Nasma Bakano, Etumunde Ahono. But much there, why your opinion at the baller? Until Fimbiala Montungudo, now man is Obinko Binifi. Until in future, a women's organizer may cut me to Nufuda, Mamma on Sumbe Nano, Nakamano Menka on or the Asamanam. And NDC leading members, particularly Parliament leadership. Me someone, Momo Biasumbe Nuano, or Sanda Mialiano, on Yafio, on Magana for when ya arreshim, no ye in the way where we can be a better alternative. The party leadership in Parliament will lose them moral authority to continue to lead. Idanka once someone Mfwado. Master, Nippon Kadam Wako Parliament. Welcome there, Haruna war the respect from the rank and file of parliamentarian or not. Wako an investigation. Because Oye Christian Yama Matchano Matthew 7:7. Oya Kramonia and Martin Quran chapter on Macmedamo later. No, there, Adibiala and Sana Bacano, Osibisa. Shisha, Naya then, boom, and now be Mboa.
Nanyan.
Inti American can't do that, Sisian Perco Parliamentar. leaders will lose control of the members in parliament. So if that is the case, I'm there. The minty when you want to for be more about over to control one or otherwise. Share the Dan and Nakufado call parliament. Share the type of rousing welcome minority for the one leader. Obi say. They were sending signals to these bootlickers, hypocrites, and whatever in NDC. What come when him won't fi parliament will be. Onunti, if they want to change their leaders, it will come from them. Mind you, the Muku Ditai was Shafi 2017. So, Sekede, Bibi the Missy.
Yeah.
Referencing Wachaja and some bribery issue.
Yeah.
Auntie, Yamwa. War history on our side and experience no. Catch them for there. Party mu. Atano mpo na nyi wo party mu a. Nyini nya adwuma no wanyi nkunimdi because onyo ma mene ba. Ade o ma nyini nam ne there NDC. You have to coexist with your colleague NDC member. You don't need to be his friend, his lover or his bedmate. The fact is that you're NDC for. Obi, across in there. Sisiala, I genuine criticism in NDC. No, be no twist one on what you could gina Sumunado. In table there, one man internal quality criticism on you. And a sycophancy and then bootlicking where the what to say. And you want for our NDC to seek greener pastures. You want for our NDC or Baba Brawa Pebibi. And no matter where NDC finds itself. If the minimum panel good already there, on your power original, more good already into some your uncle or even in opposition, they are comfortable. And they don't care where NDC finds itself. What they care is that their source of livelihood is okay. Their bread is being battered. Anti, yes, sir, NDC, it's tough. Sir, and to Mukotna Kalman, driver and over driver. Ubenya accident.
Asempa FM.
Until they come from on there. Haruna Dusu was one time a national youth organizer. Honorable Babin was one time minority leader. Mutaka has then won by-election in 2005. And through that 2008 NDC came. The three people in there will occupy strategic position. What NDC must do is to rally around parliament. Rally around parliament. Rally around parliament. Because there is every indication that, in fact, Echo Northern Region will be Echo
FM.
part of a Savannah. Eba Northeast, Bono region.
Yes.
Eba Western and Central. NDC has another residual seat, totaling about 18. So if there's total peace and unity and a proper direction, we will win those 18, and MPV may take about 3 or 4 from us. And then, whatever happens, victory will be ours. Any day, even the NDC outperform seriously and lost in a manner Ghanaians will say, oh, NDC, yeah, NDC will win the next election. 2004. Let me acting regional youth organizer Western region. The same thing not happening.
Asempa FM.
2008, we won Western region, Obi. That time, the now. Then what? Inti, the Ayaka Temko for there. Yantuma and Winnie. Naso, in that don't sign. Our any in that do the NDC, but to me, Winnie Bumuno. Jaikot Nafie, na man to Yanamum. Now, also radio for. Your best man on there. Obi news, but no yeah, palatable to your stakeholders. In there, and this is for your stakeholders.
Yeah, critical stakeholders.
Yes, into some of the news number proposal. Now the action. First in Afro Party, leading members no aka to you here na atuegu. Though Asempa must live, but you must also live so that NDC will live as well.
Solo Mayandasi, Bibiani Ebesani Yedinkomobio. Aye. Yedase Papa Solomon and Cancer, a former National Communications Officer, Edema NDC. And I'm AD and Como. Some 6 minutes after 5. And this is coming through from Dr. Clement Apak, only a member of Parliament, Belsa South constituency. And he just shared with me Twitter, or Twitter, or say started on a high note on January 7th, ended on a low note on March 30th, went from heroes to villains, lessons learned, we'll redeem ourselves on return from recess, we'll become heroes again, once bitten, twice shy, keep the faith with the minority caucus. And this is Dr. Clement Apak on Onedia or de Abreye. Let me see the other loads and loads of messages coming through. Samuel Kojo Brace, good afternoon. Oh, good evening to you. Ask Solo if he's now your editor. Samuel Kojo Brace. Solomon and Gaza said, or taking up editorial duties. On Dominic is here, boy, made come. We say Anita De-Soso's attack on Chief Biney is baseless and empty. He is one of the finest people in the NDC's executive. Even I, an MPP member, but I have so much respect for him. George Quatten is an adenta. We say, Anita, your NDC is gradually running aground. Happy birthday to my political mother, Madam Kate Abena Jemfua, the National Women's Organizer of the ruling NPP. May God lead you to see blissful years ahead of you. Walanyo is in Akwetia. Piquet is in Elembele Western region. Or say, Obi, I am really impressed with the comment of Madam Anita De-Soso. Those who share goods, cash, and items to win elections hardly perform well on the job as a result of complacency. 2024, NDC will not go on that level at all. I'm still assured that the NDC is a stronger party than the NPP. PK Elembele. We say, where is Kwekubuahi and Agbesi Nuchu? I hope they have not been sidelined. Nanam Ponsa Bediako would want to know. Agbesi Nuchu has been coming through with some messages every now and then onto our show. Obi Solomon and Kansa have spoken well, but still the NPP will win the 2024 election. I salute Honorable Nana Komia and Salam Mustafa Abele Nungwa Edie Enie. This one says, Obi, tell my brother Chief to do more of the talking. The grassroots want to hear from him. His silence gives room for the mischief around. Nana Kakra, former parliamentary candidate for Okre, and on the way, Abanana Kakra, thank you. We say, Obi, is my brother Dr. Edward Kofi Omanebuama in this country? Can you please call him? We want to hear him on these issues. Thank you. Samuel Brian Boabe and on the way Abaso Ninia Dr. Omanebuama Enka. Happy 81st birthday to our mom, Mrs. Cornelia Diamond Hajide, from your son Pius Enam Hajide, your 5 beautiful daughters and all your grandchildren. Cheers to a woman full of grace, love, and compassion. Inti former Deputy Information Minister Pius Enam Hajide, Nemame Cornelia Diamond Hajide, and they were 81 years. Inti mom, happy birthday to you. We pray that you will live to be 94.7 and beyond. And this coming from your son Pius Enam Hajide and your 5 pretty daughters and all your grandchildren to you. They wish you well. They wish you really, really well. Kindly wish Mama Kate Jemfua a happy birthday. Fawaz is an Amasaman. Nedia Eni Obi. The NDC 2020 defeat is now being blamed on Chief Biney's marriage to Efia Kuto. Guy G is in Newark, New Jersey. Obi, it's my wife's birthday today. Bertha Akosia Yeboah. I wish her a happy birthday. She's currently in Coventry, United Kingdom. Gastiman Ewo Brekum. Gastiman Yere. Ene Udina Woda Bertha Akosia Yeboah, United Kingdom. Happy birthday to you. Yenko Parliament, Yenko Busa, on the appointment committees, you see, there is one place to be filled. Next line of action from Parliament, at saying the majority chief whip, MP Adwejiri, Frank Ano Dompre. Honorable Akwa Banapom to say,
Many will be me who part also.
Yamia Dom Yadase, Papa. Great. Mo standing orders no my say committee be obi resign every so Parliament then amoye.
Oh, well, so say a kind of appointment committee, and it's like all other committees. Composition, no, yeah, agree on a formula, which was done by a motion. I agree. It will go by that formula. Now, every caucus a number of representation. I saw the forgive me, committee. So, if it so happens that a member resigns from a particular caucus, it is the duty of that caucus to replace that member. If you know, in the majority caucus, we don't really come in. The leadership of the minority caucus, I'm looking for replacement in this context. Blackwa resign, so the vacancy would have to be filled by the minority.
By the minority. Oh, okay. That's really interesting. But for all your stay in Parliament, no, President Bisa Obi resign from committee be esoda.
No, not that I can recollect. Go to Parliament.
Okay.
Being
yeah.
Recent times, being particularly from appointment committee or any other committee. I didn't have to committee. So resignation is too strong a decision. The minimum is sometimes amendment to committees, realignment. For instance, the committees, deputy ministers, if it so happens that there will be a leadership in the committee, now deputy appointment, sometimes realignment, and no, it is also done by motion. But voluntarily resigning from a committee and stating reasons of principle and personal reasons, I don't know. It's time for correction, but this is the first of its kind. As far as I know.
Minim say only Samuel Kujetwa Blackwa Juma on the Foreign Affairs Committee timer. Now we are chairman of the committee, no you're ranking. You moye Juma closely. And in the 8th Parliament, so Mumi and Umusaiko appointment committee, so did it come as a shock to you, say, or resign from the committee?
Obi, even my instances, I will say Juman is true. But even before then, I mean, they're very, very close. In fact, Obi or Parliament, be any many are black it is in Mia. Obani Diagra, you wonder, we have different caucuses. We talk, we have a personal discussion. Sometimes you too quite cry, the business client, you didn't come pa. But you see, well, there were signals. There were signals that there were dissenting views with their leadership. I must be fair to him. And you know, a bit of worries about the demeanor of the leadership and their membership on the appointment committee. And yet, but what I did, because more than 3 occasions, I engaged him and spoke to him as an elder brother. We said, no money be so no money be so good and so and that kind of stuff. But he also had his own views and thinking about the Koso. But I think a day before, so I let him out to cry. So na me call office na me share no and o kaso we be din komo be frame sometimes me maintaining kabiem because it's So it came as a shock. To answer your question, it came as a shock, regardless of all the signals that were coming. No, ultimately making that strong decision, said me resign the committee. It was a big shock to me personally.
And following that, no, me say what and me busa question because you are part of the leadership in Parliament. What is calls minority leadership, no, or more NSSM for the short period joining leadership in Parliament, no, only leaders across the aisle. Aye Juma, only Muntaka, your colleague on the other side, only Haruna Idrisu, ni omu akeni nyina aye Juma. What's your personal opinion from the pressure about Moso and the call said they should be changed? Any other?
Okay, first of all, maybe I want to be fair here. You see, it can happen to any of us. I mean, it can happen to us as the majority, so we don't need to rejoice over it. A bit see, and I'm telling you, sometimes normally be why home so sometimes normally be all things that you push you but you just have to keep quiet sometimes and allow things to die down naturally. I minimum so well, but for a short time, I mean, we've gotten to know ourselves very well. Leadership, very close, even before I got into leadership. Haruna and Ahmed.
Okay.
Omomo dear. Na me we are very, very, very close. Sabio said, if there are people, me you be this black question chair, if there are people on the other side, I'm a person on any day I have to show gratitude to them. Haruna Idrisu and Ahmed. Now, sir, leadership the more there are probationary period so will say for them to look at what you are doing, whether to continue or not to continue. In our case, we have 2 years or so that you have to serve. Now, allegations they are a bit brave. It is varied and marriage. It's a bit brave. But bottom line, we give you as a bottom line is that as the present leadership in their deliverables, no matter if we are able to answer these questions, I think we can make a reasonable conclusion and deduction. Haruna Idrisu, Ora Muntaka, and the crop of leadership I'm was to see. Don't forget, I'm going to repeat you. The last parliament was the same leadership.
Yeah.
And at this parliament, so I'm going to repeat you. I'm going to maintain you. In our case, Obi I am maintaining pay or say chairman Sabunsu.
Yes.
All the other officers in Naya new to leadership. Now, there's a school of thought. I'm making a strong argument. Say, okay, we necessarily need a fresh breath of life. For example, so in their description, very strong guys about front bench. I don't know if I'm really strong. Yeah, that's the description. Now, there is also another school of thought. Said the whole center of these politics and politicking at this time is Parliament. They are making a strong argument on leadership ain't strong enough. Said previous, for want of a better word, as only agree too much. There is also another, the wildest one. I'm okay say Ira John Mahama actually evidence to that, but it's also being said, postulated across. Say Ira John Mahama to put his favorite front bench. So 3 school of thought. Now they are being again says so if we are asking ourselves the current crop of leaders, because I'm more here because okay, well, so who as their opponent look at some more then what it means is that they are doing your bidding, but that is not the case. Because what we say here, Supreme Court, you were John Mahama, former president, with the greatest of respect.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
He was excessive in his pronouncement to the extent that that energized their party base and gave them a certain falsehood,
false hope.
Hope. Now, Yeah, the idea no share so court no who said no. Idea no kwanya signet here. So they have to vary their position. Don't forget, it's already a mobile to the party rank and file voting somewhere we near Bano. Now it is the same thing that is happening. A bit more a mobile two-party base in Trimusa. You're Haruna Bruce and penny for no party in more parliament, They are not strong enough and they are not doing their bidding. Now, we saw a day in Haruna and Betimia. Say to a banana ship on microphone in Anna, Sabi, a be no more to me. Na yen nyame de hu fofie nya numbers nyina you cannot put that on the blame of the leadership. So yeah nominating ministerial nominees ye do mo parliament say ye beto to ma no hwe obi aje wo on person be come correct. This vetting committee is one of the best in recent times. Questions on Mubusu, Abusa, Pusa, no Memuno. We vetting committee, my probing more than this committee. Now, a constitutional mandate imperative. Your mom ran the case, and you say this is here, or you qualify. And they've given reasons why you need a bit disqualify will be. Tell me, a name in a sworn and not hard than Mubij disqualify so-called 3 nominees now at that time. There was no basis for so ever. And as somebody be American say, hey, but in more she said, I'm a dear Dani, and then more opposition, and then you are baying. And then you buy a co-position, move about baying. The kind of template I'm saying now, respect and go by, if the gun is turned on them, and they are better. Back to your question, my opinion about the whole thing. Maybe it's a totally unnecessary agitation in Ekosiisen. It is totally unnecessary. You have to stay calm. You have to stay focused because a transitional period in every democracy there comes a time while opposition one year any bread any oya will be when women some swa over yama said you back I'm a party so what they have to do is that in my view they should come together and bring it to the attention of the leadership. And when Mobia or Haruna, first of all, apart from that, he knows the procedure, he knows the standing orders, and he understands the politics and the nuance involved with the parliamentary work now. Haruna, you'll be your papa. Me, you can't be your boy, ye pa. Haruna is one of them. What do you and what boy me the crowd to Chaya? You pano, oh, yeah, Jumano. Why would you want to change a team that is doing it? But as I'm not kind of because we are in competition with them. And yet me, I am not the one going to prescribe them. Be a mom fanembra, and also move be a mom fanemba. They themselves have to reflect. No one tells you, and you must be caused so. Caused by their flag bearer. I don't want to say that, but they themselves they know. Say, I'm a recitals, and your money be a course, no. I'm a party, no. As I'm a party base, no. I'm a false hope. Now the other party base giving people false hope. What's that? So, Umami will also that. They're saying you have a coffee. You have a coffee, no, be a mamma, no, if you are near to one, I won't call my meaning. I don't know to say, at Tiwaro Jajin. I'm excited to know, sir, you are saying Ketia. Meaning there was a client meeting held yesterday, and to all intent and purposes, I'm going to actually resolve the matter. And I hope say a true contribute, but we in the majority we don't need to rejoice over this, because and then you will be your chamber to so yeah. We'll be about this action. So they can know. Now we found the NC now the we must draw lessons from that. As we in the majority now said it appears it's
Honorable Anodompre, ma yenasi bibiani ya ibeba babidin komobio. Why? Yeah, that's it, Papa. Enti Anodompre, majority chief whip, member of parliament in Sawim, Aduejiri and Amotesi and AD and Como. Sampine Atnase, Anthony Nupenu Atnase. The discussion continues. In studio ha and Chamema Wanakwaba. But a Consolidated Bank of Ghana, credit here. Ekano CBG. Almost me fan to him say upese utua taxes, upese utua customs duties, all other GRA payment. CCI very easy. CBG branch